Hi guys, I couldn't show you guys the process of this hair, and that is because the loctician came this evening, so it was already dark and I wasn't having it. Like that's why I didn't video this process. But this is how someone wants to interrupt me. But this is how it looks. This is my starter locks, and let's see how it goes in the next 6 to 1 year. Of course. So, hi lovelies, welcome back. We are done with all that. As you can see, my hair, I'm locking this hair. I'm locking this hair. This hair is about 5 days old, and let's see how it goes. Of course, you're going to be seeing the progression on this channel, definitely. But that's not what we're talking about today. What I want to talk about today is I've come on this channel to talk about how marriage has helped me to, grow more in the aspect of communication, honesty, everything in between, every day, every month, every year. I have seen growth in areas of my life that I didn't think it needed to, develop or change. But marriage has taught me a lot and it's teaching me a lot. By the way, I will soon be 3 years in marriage, and every day there's an experience, every day there is something to learn, and every day there's something to unlearn, and which is why I created this channel. Today I want to talk about boundaries. Boundaries that marriage has taught me to get used to. Boundaries that marriage has taught me to learn and to uphold to is what I want to talk about. Now, when it comes to boundary, we know that when you get married, there is 100% gonna be a need for change, a need for boundaries with friends, with colleagues, with family, even family, because marriage has now become you and your partner, you and your husband, and it now has to be whatever opinion, whatever decision that you guys are going to be making is going to be between the both of you. That's the husband and the wife, not between you and your friends, not between you and your friends, not between you and your colleagues, not between you and your church members, not even between you and your pastor, right? It's between you and your husband. The first lesson that I have learned when it comes to boundaries is that not everybody deserves a front role in my marriage. Whatever I and my husband have tried to do or are trying to do, it doesn't have to sit well with any other person. It doesn't have to sit well with my mom, doesn't have to sit well with my dad, doesn't have to sit well with my friends, doesn't have to sit well with my colleagues or anybody. It just has to make sense to myself and my husband. So nobody else has that authority or not authority. Of course, there are people who will have authority in your marriage when things are not going as it should. But right now I'm talking about when things are going well and it's the decision that your husband and you want to make is for the betterment of your marriage or the improvement of your marriage or the development of anything that the both of you want to do. I'm saying nobody else deserves a front row. Nobody else has the right to make a decision that you and your husband are meant to make. And I'm going to tell you something. We young ladies, we may be tempted to want to pick up our phones and tell our family about everything, every single thing that is happening in your marriage, every single decision. My son wants to tell you guys something. I think you guys should listen. Okay, Leo, you're gonna be turning two soon, right? Okay, so you want to tell them something? Okay. He doesn't want to. When I start talking, he's gonna want to say something. Two, I do not make decisions based on every other person's expectation. I'm not making a decision because that is what I know you're expecting from me or from my spouse. We do not make decisions based on your expectation. Like I've learned that don't make decisions based off anybody's expectations. Right? If you get married and you want to wait 2 to 3 years before giving birth, and Your friends are like, no, don't, why do you want to wait that long? Why not just give birth immediately and get married so that you do this? Because the truth is, when you get married, there are a lot of advisors out there that are going to tell you, do this, don't do this, don't wear that, do, a lot. So it has to be a decision of you and your spouse to stick to what you guys have decided on, or what the development that you guys are planning on, doing. Stick to it instead of planning based on expectations from people. If you want to get pregnant immediately after getting married, it's your decision. Do whatever you want to do. If you say you don't want to have kids, it's your decision. Stand on it. Right? So I do not make decisions based off anybody's expectations. So yeah, with your expectations. Whatever is decided between me and my husband, we do it. If we know that we need external, help, or we need external addition to whatever we're planning to do, we know the right people to meet, and we know when to meet them, and we know how to present it to them, and we know when they're going to come in. Also, people like to tell you what to do in your marriage. They'll tell you when to visit your family. They'll tell you how to spend your money. They'll tell you what to do as a man. You're not supposed to allow your wife to do this. You don't allow your wife to do that. As a woman, you allow your husband to do this. Like, people just have a way of inserting themselves into marriages that they're not in, right? So I have learned that my decision and my husband's decision doesn't have to fit into what you expect us to do. If you tell us what to do, and don't be angry, because it's my husband and I that is in this marriage. We are not suffering. We are not in a bad marriage that we need help from people. We could get suggestions here and there, right? But we know who to get those suggestions from. We know the right people to go to, right? And if you give us suggestions or something and we don't do what you've told us to do, then that's our business. That's the reason why we have not taken or stick to that suggestion or idea that you're giving to us. Do you understand? I have learned that marriage needs boundaries with certain people. Right? It could be colleagues, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be well-wishers, it could be good people. Know when to be with your friends, know when to be out with your friends, know when to be at home, know when to be at work, know when to be at home, and just be self-aware. You know that you are no longer a single person that you can just go clubbing, stay in club till 5 a.m., 4 a.m. I've learned a lot about boundaries. I know when to talk. I know when to shut up. These are things that I shouldn't involve myself in. These are things that I shouldn't indulge in. These are things I shouldn't say. These are places I'm not meant to be at. I have tried to maintain boundaries, healthy boundaries with people around me, surroundings, places I go, and even the way I speak, even the way I talk to people. There's certain things that comes out of my mouth as a married person. There are things that I've learned to curtail and cut, things that I've just, worked on. And yeah, these are just few of them. I think I've mentioned about 3. And I think that every marriage, every spouse, every husband, every wife should have a good relationship with how they set boundaries with people and places they go, things they say. It's very good. It helps to maintain a healthy marriage. It helps to keep a good home. I'm begging you, please subscribe, like, share this video so that lots of other people can learn from my experience and what I have learned so far. Thank you so much for sticking with me to this time. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.